If you're trying to pass NASM in less than 30 days, you're going to want to watch today's video. Getting you to pass NASM in less than 30 days because you came across the SUF CPT too late. Interesting, you can't get a refund. It used to be 30 days, but all the videos I put out, now it's 7 days. So you're stuck and you're frustrated. We've helped 10,000 people pass this sucker. All these nerds out there trying to teach you, oh, let's actually learn the OPT model. No, we want you to get to pass this ASAP because this stuff is extremely outdated. I've been teaching NASM stuff for over 10 years, teacher of trainer for 15, gym owner for numerous years, and a trainer of 20. You are a personal trainer. What are you going to learn when it comes to the people skills? The programming on the fly, the business skills. You don't get that in a textbook. You need hands-on learning. So many people have passed. We were at a seminar just recently. Half of these trainers we help pass. Oh, you're the belt buckle guy. You're not as annoying in real person. Yeah, I put on a personality for social media because I have to actually pretend like I like this shit. No, I want you to pass this ASAP and then teach you the technical skills of what it's actually like to be a trainer, where you help people get out of pain. You network with physical therapists. You're charging $150. 90% of trainers quit within the first year, not when you become a qualified personal trainer. A textbook doesn't do that. You need to pass this ASAP. So we're going to help you study more efficiently. We have some quiz questions, and then we're going to break it down so you can master the material, pass the test, and then get some hands-on experience, because that's what you need. Number one, which phase of the OPT model uses a superset combination such as a squat? You then rest 1 minute into an ice skater. Ice skater is going to be a power movement. So this one's really simple. If it were to be a stable into an unstable, that would be phase 2. So just look at the exercises associated with the phases, and then it makes it a lot easier. Number 2, which phase the OPT model uses an XXXX tempo? Don't type that into Google. You're going to get some weird shit and you're going to get in trouble by your husband or your wife. I had a student actually do it one time. Chris was trying to better understand the tempo for phase 4 and phase 5, and I typed in XXX, and holy shit, I got some weird stuff. Don't do that. It just means slow and control on the way down, eccentrically, concentrically, get up there as fast as you can. You'd want to be using this in phase 4 and or phase 5. And the options that they give you: stabilization, no, that's 4-2-1-1. Make sure to do an 8-second rep because that's going to help you get your clients. You have hypertrophy, which is 2-0-2-0, maximal strength and maximal power. And this is what we do part of our quiz questions. We don't work for NASM. NASM hates what we're doing. We're actually helping trainers become qualified. I taught this stuff for numerous years. I don't steal stuff and give it out to people. No, this is when I was teaching. We had thousands of questions to help the students pass this stuff. There's no such thing as maximal power within the CPT textbook. There's only maximal strength. So that's a trick question to help you not freak out and just see, oh my God, what am I going to do? Take a breath. What would Chris do? He'd drink a bottle of whiskey, take this test and pass it in 15 minutes, and then go out there and actually help people get results. So the correct answer here is going to be maximal strength. Phase 3, which phase of the OPT model uses a 0 to 60 second rest period? Stabilization, hypertrophy, maximal strength, or power. And the correct answer for that one would be, that's a stupid ass phase, but hypertrophy. If you're using 60-second rest periods with the hopes of getting bigger, you are in fact not going to get bigger. Sure, you may get some metabolic stress, but that stuff is outdated. You need maximal tension and longer rest periods. 2 is superior than 1, 3 is superior than 2. Ideally, I want to be resting 2 to 3 minutes, and that's what we develop within our CCA at SUF CPT. But you don't give a rat's ass. You want to pass this as quickly as possible. The correct answer there would be hypertrophy. Which phase of the OPT model uses a 2-0-2-0 tempo? That would be hypertrophy. And the last one, 69, get your mind out of the gutter. We're on this 6-7 bullshit right now. 69, which phase of the OPT model uses a superset combo such as a bench press into a push-up? That's going to be stable into unstable. That's going to be phase 2. Now let's help you better understand the OPT model. So let's take a look at what we got here and the phases that you need to master. If you struggle with the OPT model, acute variables, then you are not going to pass. This stuff you need to memorize, flashcard the hell out of it. When we start at the bottom, phase 1, it's color coordinated for a reason. This is making reference to your macro cycles, your mesocycles, and your microcycles within periodization. Each month is going to be a mesocycle. Mes en español is month. 1 month block would be stabilization. After a month, you can progress into either phase 2, 3, or 4. You choose based on what your clients want to do. And then you can go to phase 5, or you can go back to stabilization and do some weird bullshit balance stuff. But that's what they want you to learn and focus on for the OPT model. Phase 1, the acute variables, we're doing 1 to 3 sets. We're resting 0 to 90 seconds. We're doing 12 to 20 reps. And that corresponds with 50 to 70%. And you need to lift lighter in the beginning because it strengthens ligaments and tendons, and we optimize neuromuscular communication. And that's why I make fun of the OPT model, because one, it was developed by a physical therapist who doesn't work with Gen Pop, he works with athletes. Smart dude, Dr. Clark, but when it comes to general pop, I don't want them doing weird shit on a BOSU ball. Why would I have someone do a squat, curl, press? You're taking away optimal force production. It would be far superior to do a squat with load like a goblet into a military press and then a bicep curl, because we're only as strong as our weakest link. That's just a terrible exercise, in my opinion, but as a trainer of 20 years, what do I know? Moving on to the 4-2-1-1 tempo, that means 4 seconds down eccentric, pause for 2 isometrically, come up for 1 concentric, pause for 1 isometrically. You gotta know all the acute variables within in the exercises, like phase 1, prone isoab. What the hell is that? Any normal person who doesn't just read a textbook, it's a plank. That's going to be in stabilization. When you do a crunch, we're going to move into strength, which will be phases 4, 3, and 2. And then anytime we throw something or it's more ballistic, that's going to be phase 5. When we do balance, if we're standing on one leg and the non-standing leg is reaching, that's going to be stabilization. When we have an eccentric and concentric variation, that's going to be strength. And then when we change our base support, that's going to be power. When we jump, we hold for 1 to 3 seconds and come up concentrically, that's going to be stabilization. When you're jumping up and down, that's going to be strength. And then when you have rotation or repeat jumps, that's going to be phase 5. Moving into phase 2, that's when we're going to have a superset. That's just going to be a bench press into a push-up, a squat into some type of stability ball squat curl press, and then a chin up into a TRX row, and then military press into a single leg scaption. That is what you would focus on and answer for phase 2. You don't need to know any of the other acute variables. Phase 3, the dumbest one that they have, because it's not called hypertrophy, it's muscular development. Imagine telling a client, oh, so you want to get muscular development? No, you want to get absolutely massive. You want to get jabbed. Hypertrophy in certain areas. That's what we can help you with. The acute variables are going to be 6 to 12 reps, which corresponds to 75 to 85% of your 1 rep max. That's where we're doing our 2-0-2-0 tempo, and we'll be doing 3 to 5 sets. Just your basic exercise. I call it strength, like your bro stuff. Your squats, your deadlifts, your hip thrusts. That's the stuff that you're gonna be doing in the gym primarily. Phase 4, it's gonna be maximal strength, 85 to 100%. We're gonna be doing 4 to 6 sets. That's gonna be 1 to 5 reps. And then our rest will be 3 to 5 minutes. For muscular development, it's 0 to 60 seconds of rest. They're gonna ask you a ton, drop my pin. They're gonna ask you a ton of questions about these acute variables. And the last one, phase 5, I'm gonna write sideways for you. The first exercise is gonna be heavy. It's like your bench press, that'll be 1 to 5 reps. And then you would move into a ball throw, which would be 10% of your body weight, or 30 to 45% for power. Power is defined as force times velocity or force times distance over time. That's a term and a question they could ask you on the exam. You need to know the PAP, post-activation potentiation. So the exercise variation would be heavy bench into that ball throw, heavy back squat into a jump. That is a superset, and you would do that in phase 5. So all you really need to know about the OPT model, and the thing that confuses a lot of people on the exam is because you read, chapter 14, whatever it is in the text, and you just focus on that chapter. You read a bunch of questions, but on the exam, you're going to get a question about the OPT model, and then you're going to get one on heart anatomy, and you're going to get one on you have overactive muscles and you got to fucking stretch and foam or you're going to die. So it's confusing, and that's exactly what our study guide prepares you for. We've helped over 10,000 people pass the sucker. Focus on the guide. We have free podcasts. We have a guarantee to pass, which includes a seminar or our CPT, which gets you qualified and certified for life. You don't have to keep on sending NASM $200-300 every couple of years to get those CEUs. We're not saying that Con Ed, continuing education, isn't something you should be doing monthly, quarterly, and yearly, because you should constantly level yourself up. But why are you paying these associations all this money just to keep that piece of paper, which doesn't do much for you? That's why we developed our certification, the fastest growing in 2025. You just haven't heard of us. I know I'm an annoying personality, but remember, big biceps are better than small ones, and keep showing up.